At today's session, Trace, Line and Paint, I introduced children to this book. We looked at the character and I asked the children to tell me, what is she doing? And the main thing that children said was that she is exploring. And so I said to everyone that we're going to explore today. And up high on the paperbark tree is a paperbark flycatcher, okay? And we try to imagine the texture of the paperbark, and I said to everybody that we are going to focus on the leaves today. Starting with literacy is a great way to get inspiration for children and get a sense of place. Once children get a sense of place, then we can look at what is in that place and what belongs in there, okay? And one thing that I focused on was the leaf. And for me, it's important to focus on one thing at a time, because then the children grasp the ideas better, okay? So in this workshop, we focused on line, and that is one element of art. And we can see there that there's lines. Now these lines can become evident once we do what we call frottage. And you can see the lines come up. So it's another way of observing. And then what I had the children do is trace what I call found objects. And these are objects that are found just anywhere. We focused on circles and we talked about concentric circles. Can you see? Going step by step, we traced the bigger circle first, then we traced the smaller circle. Now this might sound very simple, but you know, measuring, looking at your eyes, hand-eye coordination, trying to figure out where the center is a skill. We looked at the lines of one leaf, okay? So for me, I looked at the lines of my leaf and we chose two colors. This is a color wheel, and we looked at the colors that were opposite to each other. So that's the word opposite that we learned. It was a new word, opposite to each other. But the colors are complementary, so they make each other pop, you know. But it's hard to explain it, so that's why I get kids to try it. That's interesting because one child did orange, chose orange and yellow, and we noticed that those two colors blended in, okay? Look, because they are next to each other on the color wheel. Another thing that happens is children hold their pencils in different ways. It's a brush, and you can hold it like this if you want to brush that way. I like to hold my brush like this if I'm holding it flat. Let's experiment with different ways of holding a brush and why we do that. The same thing with a pencil. I like to sing songs as we're working. I present the materials in an orderly way. I use the sensorial album, part of my album, the Montessori album, and it's all about shades. So look, this is the lighter green, then comes this one, and so forth. Learning to shade them from lightest to darkest, organizing them so that we know where to find them.